Let's add that. Let's do that. Okay, let me just monitor this on another computer. Okay. So let's find a bit of music, shall we? So basically what it is I've just set up a new StreamYard account, which is a premium one. So there's a few extra things I can do with this. It also means I think it's in 1080p. Anyway, let's add a bit of music. So media assets. Right, let's just put that one on for the time being. And then I want to add a banner. I'll put the comments up there. Cool. Oh. No, it wasn't soup. It was Oh, look, I'll be with you in a minute. I'm just getting myself organised. Oh, there's a few other people there. Okay. Oh, I wasn't expecting anyone to turn up. Actually, that's cool. Let me turn this music down. It's a bit over the top, isn't it? Hang on. Let's get rid of that banner. Okay, and then what do I want to do? I'll turn that music down. Hold on. Anyway, maybe I'll just talk. But I need to. Right. Okay. So no, I wasn't having soup. I had. I made some like Cajun chicken, and I had sort of courgette, pepper, cherry tomatoes, something else I can't remember now. I had that with it. I just cooked it in the oven on in a sort of tray, all pretty good. Oh, 720p. Yeah. That's interesting. I actually thought I'd get the better resolution. I don't think I can change that midstream, but I'll look at it for next time. Okay, right, I'll tell you about the chippy thing in a moment. Lee's got it still underwater long from 112. I think we may be starting to go back up. Okay, let's have a look at that first. But hang on. So another day was saying, do you reckon we're going to form a right shoulder on the Bitcoin chart? Okay. Okay. So what time frame are you looking on? Actually, let me get this up on another computer so I can see the comments. Yeah. So I'm just having a practice with the StreamYard thing. It's just because I've been using the free version when I've been doing the stuff with math on the Wednesdays, and it's pretty cool. But the paid version has a few more things you can do, like the Actually, I'm not sure you can do that much stuff. Actually, anyway. Right, what I need to do, however, is look at this chart here. Right. So, Andy, hi. Right, Lee's saying BTC on the 50 minute was forming an inverse head and shoulders earlier if you zoomed out. Okay, let's have a look at these then. So that's the thingy with 3 charts up. Let me get one with just the one thing. I'll tell you what, I've also got TradingView Premium now. I had to get that for the invite only script on Quadzilla. But it is really nice because you've got all these where you can have like loads of different layouts and stuff like that, and you can have like three chart. Well, you can have like loads of charts in the same tab. Doesn't make much sense on a 13-inch screen, but overall it's good if you got it on there. Anyway, so let's have a little zoom out for a minute, see what's going on here. Right, these levels are kind of block pro levels, so we'll see if the price respects that as it goes up, sort of thing. So well, there's a few things. Yeah. I don't know. Things with patterns, you can make out anything, can't you? Really, you can think, oh, actually, there's a bloody great big, McDonald's M there, which would go down here, wouldn't it? which I do think's where we're ultimately heading, but maybe not just yet. I think Ether's going quite good actually. Why is Control Z not what it is? Okay. So there's that M there. Let's go out further. Let's go to right. So when, hang on, another day. So do you reckon we're going to form a right shoulder on the Bitcoin chart? A right shoulder. I can't see a head. Unless you mean a kind of I don't know what you mean actually. Yeah, sorry. The 4 hour, quite a large left shoulder. 4 hour, quite a large left shoulder. Do you mean here? I don't know. Oh, Firewatch. Hello. I just got out of an ETH long thinking we would dip overnight. Yeah, I've got an ETH long as well. Let me just check that. Yeah. No, I'll leave that for the time being. Yeah, I can't really see them heads and shoulders we're talking about. Another Dave saying, yep. Oh, so that being a shoulder there. Oh, a shoulder, head, and a... Yeah, quite possibly, I suppose. It doesn't look like a shoulder, though. It looks like a... I mean, a head and shoulder's more like pointy, isn't it? You know. I don't know. I mean, there is this CME gap, isn't there? You know, which goes up to 100 and whatever it is, 117, isn't it? Which is quite something to ask, isn't it? Don't know, might do though, I suppose. Anyway, let's put that on the 1 hour. Then have a look at Stonksy. Have a look at Quadzilla. And see what's going on. Okay. I'm just going to close down some other tabs, actually. So at the moment, you know, we've still got this yellow 21 EMA below the 55 EMA. So we're still pretty much sort of in a downtrend, you know, on like an hourly time frame. I suppose we could turn around like what it did there. Quite sharpish. This green background here on the momentum oscillator here, this was quite a good sign for indicating the bottom on the 1 hour time frame. Did we get that on the 4 hour? Can't remember. No, we didn't, did we? Got it on the 1 hour. All right. Okay, that's not too bad. And that's looking good. You've got the red 5 EMA crossed up there. So if that goes up towards the green, it should start to drag them all up, shouldn't it? It might take a little while though. I'm just a bit worried about this NVIDIA stuff, you know, tomorrow, because I don't know if well, obviously no one knows if the earnings report is going to be good or bad. Because that's gonna do something, isn't it? And that's about this time tomorrow, isn't it? So Next 24 hours are pretty crucial, I reckon. Anyway. Yeah, all I was going to do really tonight was I was going to sort of put this chart on with the three things. That's the 1 minute, 3 minute, and the 12 minute. And I was just going to show you how these retracement levels work out. So, like, for example, this one here, all right, that one didn't go, it stopped drawing at that point, but that's just a parameter that, MAF has set by default, and you can actually change it if you want. So that has been quite a long time getting back up here, but it is pretty much there, isn't it? So it'd be interesting to see what it does when it gets there, because technically that's a bearish one. So that would imply that the price will get to there and then it will dump back down again. Now, is there a good reason for it to do that? Well, kind of, because you've got, say, like on the 3 minute, you're getting these red backgrounds here. I suppose these are like very small time frames though, aren't they? So let's go back to that big one. And let's look at this. All right. So it's got more upside to go, hasn't it? Before you start seeing these red things. And you can see with this convergence band here that it's quite spread out at the moment, and that's not really going to become a problem until it sort of squeezes up. You see, like it did here, squeezes up and goes above that 80% line there. Then you get the red backgrounds and it's all over. Yeah. I was going to tell Lee about the chippy thing. I'm trying to think how I can do that. Because that was yeah, that was in the I think that was in the CSE Discord, I think. But essentially what you need to do is on Friday, well, first of all, you need to buy more than 250,000 chippy tokens, which I'm not sure how much that costs at the moment. I think it's about $500. So you need to do that. I've got them in my Phantom wallet. And then what you need to do is on Friday, go and buy some fish and chips from a chip shop, or a chip shop, or like a pub or something like that. And ideally they need to cost, if you're in the UK, need to cost around about 10 quid, maximum, because the most you're going to get refunded is $15. $15 worth of chippy token. So what do you need to do? Well, I can show you that. So I did it last Friday. Where was it? Okay, so this was my post. So what you need to do is to take a photo of your fish and chips like that. You need to provide a receipt, and the receipt needs to have the date on it. Oh yeah. So that says the whatever of August there. So that's got the date on it. So that's the proof of your purchase. and there's the fish and chips, obviously. And you need to do the tag hashtag Free Chippy Friday. You did have to tag in 2 people, but I don't think you have to do that anymore. But obviously, it helps if you do. So hashtag Free Chippy Friday, and I think you need to put the dollar chippy in there as well. And that is pretty much all you do. Then what I do is I get that and I post that in the Fish and Chips Telegram group, and from that point onwards, the actual process, it is a bit manual at the moment. So I think it's Spud actually who checks them, checks you haven't sort of done anything dodgy. And then the following, I think it's about Wednesday or Thursday, well, the first time they'll kind of reach out to you and ask you for your Solana address of your Phantom wallet or whatever. And at that point, you only have to do that once, and then next time round, they'll send you the chippy, which will be like between $10 and $15 worth of chippy. It did used to be 20 actually, but now it's not. It's somewhere between 10 and 15. Now, at the moment, the chippy thing, it is a bit of a soft launch because it's all been done manually at the moment. But when it is all happening properly and the version 2 chippy is out, the idea is you'll be able to connect your wallet to a site and then put in the URL of like your tweet or whatever, and then it all happens automatically, and then you actually get your chippy on the Saturday. That's the kind of idea. But yeah, that's how that's going to work, I think. 15 quid for that. No, it wasn't. My daughter had a large portion of chips and stuff like that. So yeah, no, it wasn't 15 quid. It's quite expensive though. It's like £9.40, I think, cod and chips down there. Anyway, Spud checks the chips. Spud checks the photo because obviously, I think what happened, they were getting like a load of like Nigerian scammers who were just getting like, I don't know, loads of like random photos and sort of photoshopping them, and with like hundreds of wallets and just doing big claims like that. So that had to be stamped out, So that is going to get fixed with the version 2 thing. But yeah, Spud checks the chips. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, Spud. Yeah, I suppose Spud would be the guy to check the chips. I think it used to be Jalapeno actually, but I don't think he does it anymore. I think it drove him mad or something. Anyway, should we go back to the chart because I think it's sort of happening, isn't it? Okay. Right. So yeah, it's looking all right. Now let's have a look at that on like the 30-minute time frame. Yeah, see, we are starting to get a bit of a crossover there, aren't we? Interesting. Yeah. Okay. That's good. Just gonna have a look at my trade. I'm not going to talk about that on stream because it's not brilliant. Rubbish entry, that kind of thing. But yeah, that looks okay. All right. Yeah. So with the chippy, you need to get. Should we have a look how much chippy costs at the moment? I think it went up a bit today, actually. Okay, so that's that's a daily time frame. Okay. Okay. Oh, actually, no. Probably get it at a bargain today. So that's what it is in. That's what it is in Solana. So let me work that out. So I've got a calculator up here, but you can't see it. So 0.002264. Excuse me. And Solana's about $200, isn't it? That's not right. That says point zip. Oh, okay, yeah. So that means, yeah, okay. And then multiply that by, what did I say? 250,000, wasn't it? So times 250, 1, 2, 3, 250,000. No, that's not right. Oh, sorry, I'm being an idiot here. Hang on. Right. Quite weird doing mathematics in front of other people, even though it's multiplication. Right. So, right, one chippy costs 0.003. It can't be that much. That little, rather. 0.0, is it? Oh, that's the price in dollars. Okay, that's the price in dollars there. Oh, okay, brilliant. Okay, that makes sense. Right, let's try that again. Right, so we know the price in dollars. So it's 0.002264. Okay, and you need 250,000 of them. 250. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, $566. That is. So you need $566 worth of chippy at the moment. I mean, it was originally 100,000 that you needed, and but to be honest, I did that back in October, and the price of 100,000 chippy was actually about $500. So it's still the same. It just means you have to buy more chippy now. But that's kind of good, isn't it? Because you're getting it way cheaper than I got it back then. Anyway, so yeah, it's cool. I think it's going to be good, but you know, obviously do your own research and all that. You know, I know TMG sometimes gets criticised for various things, but I like him. I think he's a good fella. You know, he's a risky fella, but you know, he's you know, I like him anyway. All right, so this is looking okay, isn't it? That is good. Anyway, Lee, I'm sure in TMG video before on the 15-minute BTC chart zoomed out a bit. There was an inverse head and shoulders pattern. Hence another reason BTC might have pumped. Okay, let's see if I can see it. So look at the 15 minutes. What's he looking at? I suppose it's something like that, and then you got that. So then you're looking for sort of something like that, I guess. I don't know. I don't really like them patterns and stuff. It just seems like you can just draw anything you want, really. I mean, what I would say at the moment, you know, if you look at this on like the 1 hour, say, then you know, there's something like didn't mean to do that. Go away. trying to move the chart down. Right. I suppose there's a sort of trend line like that there. Just turn Quadzilla off for a minute. Is that there? And that's not really valid, is it? Unless there was some sort of, some sort of parallel channel like that. But generally this kind of thing, yeah, okay, right. I've got it. Okay. So look, what we've had here is we've had a low there, with a lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low. Yeah, lower low, lower low. So what we want to see now is next time we get a low, we want that to be a higher low than that one, right? Now, I suppose that is what an inverse head and shoulders is, isn't it? But it's literally, what you want to see is that sort of going lower low, lower low, lower low, higher low. And if you get higher low, sorry, got a frog in my throat. I think it's the Cajun spices. So you got that. So if you had a lower low there, say, right, and then it went up, and I think to, what is it? I think to confirm it or something, you need a higher high. So if you look at the highs, see the highs have been like high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, higher high. Okay. So that one was a bit out of character. So I think what you need a high higher than that one, I think. So you need it to go up like that, down like that, but higher than that, and then off you go. Yeah, it could be turning around now. Yeah, I think, yeah. For how long, I don't know. Anyway, let's just go back to the triple chart for the moment, because you see, this is getting interesting now. You see, because on the 12-minute here, right, you're getting you had the red retracement line there, which is the thing that Math built into Quadzilla, and then we're getting a red background down here. So I think that will pull back a little bit now. Tell you what I need to do. I need to just put a one of them banner things on the bottom to tell people about Quadzilla. Mr. Delta, hello, mate. I like TMG, and I do think Chippy is going to fly as soon as the game hits. Well, there's actually the game's on its way. The game is the bit that's holding it back slightly, actually. The other side of it, the kind of staking and all that, is done, I think. So at the moment, I think they're deciding to, whether to actually go ahead and launch the site without the game first and then fix the game, or just to go with the game and everything, but maybe improve the game a bit later. Just excuse me while I just pour a drink. Hang on. So I thought I was going to make a glugging sound there, but didn't. It's also a bit close to a computer, which I hate doing. Let's move it. Oh, it's better. Either way, I think Chippy's going to be great. The only problem it's going to have is that there's going to be people who bought quite large amounts, and if they see it, you know, triple in value, they're probably going to sell it. So it's not going to be that kind of straight line up, because people will sell it and then they'll, force the price down. So I think it will sort of zigzag its way up, but that is a problem. And the thing is, people will sell it because it tripled in value. Then they'll probably see it go up like double again, at which point they'll sort of ape back in. That'll push the price back up, and who knows what will happen, really. So yeah, we'll see. I'm quite excited about it. I mean, it's quite late though, because I know originally it was like promised for like Valentine's Day, and clearly we're a long way from Valentine's Day, aren't we? But yeah. Okay. So Lee's saying I'll post it in Telegram. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. I could go and have a look myself, I suppose. But yeah. Right. So what am I looking at? Right. So these levels, bloody hell. I always do that. I always have the pen on when I don't mean it to be on. Okay. So these levels here, these are the levels to the upside that I had from Block Pro. He has got some levels to the downside, and they go a long way down, like down to like nearly 80k. And yeah, I can't really talk about his exact thinking about that, because I basically missed like 75% of his AMA today because I was doing something else. So I actually, I asked him at the end, can you just show me the chart you were talking about with Bitcoin? And it was a chart with like some levels going down to 80k. And the last thing he said was like, "Don't be surprised when it gets down there," So yeah, so there might be some much lower levels going to happen soon. So I think the thing with this is if you are longing this on the way up, do be prepared that it won't go up forever, And I actually trust Block Pro a lot, and he doesn't seem to think we're going to get another all-time high particularly soon. He does think the all-time high will be in October, which sounds reasonable. But for the moment, in the next few weeks, probably won't get an all-time high again. So that might be worth bearing in mind. I mean, the guy is like a machine. He's just like, he's just an incredible trader, So do be prepared for that. Okay. I messaged you in Telegram. It was Solana, not BTC. Oh, okay. Well, I can have a look at that actually, because actually, let me just have a quick look in my Telegram. See what you said. Can't see it. Oh yeah. So sorry, it was Solana, not BTC on the inverse. Okay. Okay. Right. Let me have a look at that on the actual chart. So I'll do, isn't it? Let me just. I mean, it's just generally looking okay, isn't it? Let's just put Quadzilla on. Oh, look how good these retracement things work. These are just brilliant, aren't they? Look, they're all over the place. Let's just do the big ones. But so basically, this thing here is like when the price is going up there, right? Draws that retracement line, right? So you know at some point it's going to come back to there, right? So it went off on a tear, right? And then it came back down, hit the retracement thing, and then because it's a green one, it means it's going to go back up, right? And that's what it did. But on the way down, it made a red one there, right? This is brilliant. So it did the red one there, which means it's going to come back to there, but when it gets there, it's probably going to go down. So actually it went down there, came back up, got to the red line, and then went down again, right? Came down again. This is just unbelievably brilliant, isn't it? This is the kind of thing I wanted to show on the live stream, actually. But obviously that's over the space of, oh God, what's that? Like, oh, it's days, isn't it, really? But anyway, I came down here, right? Did a red one. Okay, so that means with the red one, it's going to come back to there. But when it gets there, it'll probably go down. So went back to there, went down. Brilliant. Okay, so went down there. And to be honest, you know, you can look at the momentum thing here. You can see when that squeezed back into that below the 20% line down there. So it's quite hard to show because every time I go down there, that thing appears. But the bit below here, like there, that squeezed down there. So that was probably going to be a bottom, right? Then off it went. So at that point, it draws a green retracement thing, carries on up, and then comes back there. Okay, didn't go straight up after that, but you know, it did a bit of a dip, and then now it's going up again. It's just brilliant. It is. It's, I think it's the best indicator ever, actually. And I'm not alone thinking that, because Mr. Delta says that is just brilliant. So cool. It really is, isn't it? It's like it's brilliant. I can't. I don't know. I was. Well, the time when Math showed me that, and he said, "I think I'm onto something," and it was just incredible. Let's not look at that with Bitcoin on the 1 hour. Not sure it was it as good? I can't remember now. Let's look at the Coinbase one. So on the 1 hour, didn't really do it quite so well, did it? I mean, it does do it. It did it there, didn't it? There's a good one. Doesn't do it as often, does it? This one here was great. But that one, it didn't come down when it got there. This one didn't make it. Okay, so it's not so good on Bitcoin on that time frame. Sometimes you find that on a different time frame, so like 30 minute. 30 minute, that was a brilliant one, wasn't it? Yeah, interesting. Got to look at that Solana one again. I've actually got a Solana long at the moment. I'm not particularly proud of the entry, so I'm looking to get out of it at some point. That said, though, sort of, it's all looking quite good, isn't it? Nice. All right. Uh, so there's Lee saying best indicator ever, 100%. Yeah, I mean, it's a funny old story how it came into life, isn't it? And I can't take any credit for it at all, really, but because the original idea was, by this guy. He's got a YouTube channel called Day Trading Radio, and he'd found a thing with the 4 stochastic things. When they line up with certain settings, it seems to kind of predict the future a little bit. And he showed me that, and then he showed me this kind of script that he'd got. I thought he'd written it, but he hadn't. And actually, the guy who showed me wasn't this guy anyway, the Day Trading Radio guy. And but yeah, and then the script just disappeared, and then I had a copy of it, so that was the basis of what's become Quadzilla now. But when Math got hold of it, he did all this stuff with this convergence band, and this is going to get better like very soon. We're going to talk about it tomorrow, but there's going to be a bit where this is going to go like change color, meaning like buy and sell. Basically, it's going to make it, quite well. It's going to make it really easy to use. I mean, the thing is, at the moment, there are quite a few bits to it, I suppose. But essentially, I mean, what you're doing is like, you're looking for this convergence band, going down the bottom there, you're going long. When it's at the top, you go short, or whatever. That's the idea. But yeah, it's I must admit, it's brilliant. I'm so proud of it, and especially the work that Math's done on it. I should have told Math I was going to do this tonight, actually, but I was just going to do it as an experiment, just to see what was happening, Anyway, so just have a look at Solana on the 30-minute. Okay, so on the 30-minute, this is interesting. Okay, so we've actually got that cross there, so that's good. So that implies the price is going to go up, and we've actually got a little retracement thing there. Okay, so if we see the price go up here, what it might do is come back to there and then go back up again. But we'll wait and see to see what happens. So that's quite good. But yeah, you've got this one here. So that sort of tells you in a way that that's going to go up to there, right? But then it's going to come back to where the green one is, and then it'll probably go back up. Right, I'm gonna leave that there, right? And I'm gonna save that, and we'll see if that's what it does. It'd be great if it does. Right. That's interesting, isn't it, on Bitcoin? See, I suppose now what I might want to do is to look at this on the next time frame up, next significant one up. So say something like the, 15-minute. Okay, that's looking good. Let's go for the 30-minute. So yeah, 30-minute here. That candle's going to close in 6 minutes, 34 seconds. That's not going to be quite enough to make that go up, is it? Anyway, you're off, Lee. All right, take care, mate. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm probably going to call it a day at 10 o'clock, actually. Unless anyone's got any questions. Should we have a look at Ethereum? Okay. Okay, was that 4,000? That's good. Oh, it's on a bit of a tear, isn't it, today? That's good. Nice. Firewatch, how many hours in your average trade? I don't know. I mean, I did some at the weekend, and each one was no. To be honest, because what I do is if I end up in a good position, so say I've got like a really good entry, then what I might do is, take a bit of profit on the way up, sort of thing, and then maybe like re-enter and stuff like that. So, do you regard that as one trade? If so, I suppose trades like that. I mean, I've definitely had stuff open for like 2 or 3 days. I have had some trades which I probably haven't been particularly proud of, where I've been like underwater for like over a week. But the best ones seem to be like ones that take about, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours. I think you manage to catch a good move, and then you cash out at the end of the day and go to sleep happy. They're the best ones. So really, honestly, anything between like a couple of hours and a couple of weeks. Obviously, keeping a trade open for like multiple weeks isn't a great idea, because you pay fees every 4 hours. So if you're not making a load of money, then it doesn't make any sense to just leave a trade open forever, unless you've done like the crypto style thing where you long Bitcoin at like $7,000 and leave the trade open for 3 years. Obviously, in that case, the amount of money he made was enormous. But I think even then, on the way, he kind of like he took some profit and then added back in all that kind of stuff. I didn't do the banner thing, did I? Maybe I'll do it for next time. I was just going to go. What should I say? I said get this amazing invite only indicator. No, trading view indicator. Trading view indicator. Indicator, isn't it? Indicator. Get this amazing invite only trading view indicator for free at, that will be save with crypto.org/QZ. I suppose I should say QZ when I do that. Then I'm just going to put Quadzilla. Right. I need some sort of slogan, don't we? Sort of like, like, I don't know, every little helps, or one of those. If you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, join our club. Need something like that for Quadzilla, don't we? Sort of. Anyway. So I haven't done this very well. Right, I'm going to try this now. I'm going to scroll that along the bottom. Add banner. Show. Oh, there you go. How does that look? Okay, that'll do for the moment. All right. So I've got to do a few other things. I've got to put my little logo in the corner. What else? And I need to write another intro tune, don't I? Or maybe I could get one of my old tunes and make another one. Right. So another Dave. So you don't religiously close a trade if it's going underwater? No, I don't. Depends how far. It depends if I've got a plan. It's basically if your idea was, you thought was correct, you still think it's correct, then it makes sense to sort of like wait until you are correct, But if you have an idea and it doesn't play out and the price does the exact opposite, it means that your idea was wrong. And at that point, you do have to think, okay, I'm just going to cut my losses and give up, and take the loss. Because I know in the past when I've tried to do things where I've tried to, do everything possible to hang on to a trade, like adding margin to it or, averaging in more entries. At the end of the day, it just never ends well, so yeah. Anyway, so let's have a look at the comments. Drone Ranger looks good. Okay, cool. Oh, what, the banner? Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Like quad bikes, try Quadzilla trading for the right. Oh, I see. Try Quadzilla trading for the ride of your life. Yeah, it does sound like you're talking about a quad bike, though. But yeah, I get the idea. I'll have a think. I'll have a think. The king of indicators, no monkey. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, keep the ideas coming. One will. I've actually been watching. What's it called? Like for Food Uncovered or something. I don't know. It's like it was a series that was on Channel 4, and they were talking about things like the biscuit industry. Like it was like club biscuits versus like penguins and stuff like that, and absolutely fascinating. And it's like little phrases like Kit Kat. One of the main selling points of a Kit Kat wasn't actually what it tasted like or what it looked like. It was the idea that, well, first of all, it was the red and white packaging of a Kit Kat, which when you look at a Kit Kat, you don't actually read the word Kit Kat, you just know it's a Kit Kat, don't you? Because it's like it's got that oval shape and it's just instantly recognizable. That's a Kit Kat. And then you've got that thing where it's in the fingers, so they kind of like break a finger off, and then the slogan was "Have a break, have a Kit Kat," and it's like, I think everyone knows that. That's just brilliant, isn't it? Anyway, Mr. Delta, all coming out of you tonight. Right, King versus Godzilla reference, mate. King. King of Indicators. No, monkey. Yeah. As you know, I'm not very good with like films and stuff like that. So yeah. The market shakes when Quadzilla wakes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we should have a little thing in the Telegram group as well, shouldn't we? Sort of have a little. Actually, if anyone's watching this on the replay, and then leave comments down below, and say if you can think of like a good tagline for Quadzilla, that'd be great. Anyway, look, I'm gonna. I might haven't been out much today, so I might go for a quick walk around the block. Actually, I think that's what I'll do. But yeah, I was going to say thank you very much for everyone that came along. Actually, I didn't really expect anyone to turn up. I was just literally trying out my new StreamYard account in preparation for tomorrow, because I'll do the thing with Math at 4:30, and he'll be talking about his modifications that he's been making to version 1.2 of Quadzilla, with the idea that we'll get 1.3 out soon, which will have that kind of like buy and sell kind of thing down in the momentum oscillator, and that'd be cool. Anyway, brilliant. Right, thanks everyone for coming along. It's really brilliant to see you all. Crypto Coding Fitness, Mr. Delta. What else we got? Drone Ranger, Another Day, Firewatch 999, Lee Scully, and Another Dave, I think was there. Another Dave, and Andy, and I think that was it, wasn't it? Anyway, for anyone lurking in the background, please do leave a comment, slap a like, whatever you like, and I'll see you all tomorrow. All right, take care, everyone, and bye. And oh yeah, and tell your friends.